Should we kick off, Ryan? Are we good to go?
Yes, let's do it. So, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us today in this webinar. A pleasure to be hosting this webinar with Microsoft and have also like one of our special guests as well, who is Proventeq as a success story. So the webinar is going to be structured in three parts. Like the first part is going to go with Alaric and the part of Microsoft. The second part will be Proventeq as a success story, and the third part will be with Transact. So introducing with me, Alaric, if you want to introduce yourself.
Perfect. So good afternoon, everyone. It's Alaric Wilson, and I'm a ISV Partnership Development Manager at Microsoft. That can mean a few different things, but one of my key kind of mechanisms and one of my key parts of my role is really the commercial marketplace that Microsoft supports ISVs with. So with that, I'll kind of dive into my content, but really wanted to kind of start off with a broader message around kind of Microsoft and what partnership means, right? So ISVs are super important to Microsoft, and you provide a range of innovative solutions across a range of industries. And Microsoft has been supporting ISVs now for many years, and that's really kind of changed around the different landscape around technology. We can think of, I guess, the way Microsoft supports ISVs in three main ways. One is around build with, and that's around thinking about how we support you build with on the Microsoft platform and across technologies such as generative AI. And also then how we support you technically build your product ready to kind of publish to the marketplace. Secondly, it's go to market, and that's a key top of mind for most ISVs, right? So how you expand into new geographies and new verticals. And then finally, in partnership with that is the sell with journey. So supporting you with net new opportunities and really driving incremental new revenue. What I've tried to kind of depict on the slide that hopefully you can see is at the bottom of all of those three pillars, and at the core of every one of them is the Microsoft commercial marketplace. And that is a really key engine to kind of get you involved and working and partnering with Microsoft. Before I dive into what the marketplace is, I thought I'd just kind of give an overview around where we're at with marketplaces and kind of the momentum we've already built up. And the momentum we've built is pretty staggering. And a recent study by Canalys has kind of depicted where we're heading in typically the 2, 3 to 5 year kind of future. Ultimately, cloud marketplaces are keeping tech investment centralized, and a lot of our enterprises and customers are starting to utilize them as that kind of centralized tech investment. I think exciting for me is the total addressable market across all cloud marketplaces is predicted to reach $45 billion by 2025, and that's just a staggering number. And probably more interesting as well is the compound annual growth rate for cloud marketplaces is actually higher than that of SaaS at 56% in 5 years. So just amazing numbers there. And then finally, as customers seek to source kind of technologies via marketplaces, and they're turning to trusted channel partners, not only to simplify, but manage, secure, and support their ongoing marketplace use. By 2025, we're expecting nearly 33% of marketplace purchases to come through partners. So it's just, again, some huge numbers. If you think $45 billion total addressable market, 33% of that go through partners. That's a fairly big chunk of that. And now I know most of you on the call are from the UK and you're headquartered in the UK. So I thought I'd give you some context around where we're at in the UK with the Microsoft commercial marketplace as well. And it's clear again that the marketplace is really gaining momentum, with over 100% of UK strategic customers, that's Microsoft strategic customers, purchasing via the Azure marketplace to get their B2B software. On a more global basis, 85% of those with a Mac, or in other words, those with committed spend on the Azure platform, are now also buying via the commercial marketplace. The net result of that is a 138% growth in SaaS build sales. And actually last year alone, Microsoft recorded over $1 billion in marketplace revenue. And the good news is we're on a trajectory to absolutely smash that again this year alone. And that success, that's really due to kind of ISVs. All of you on the call today, hundreds of partners of all sizes and cloud maturities have started their journey with the cloud go-to-market and embracing the marketplace as a channel. ISVs from Adobe, I can see lots of ISVs in the call, such as Exclaimer, Soft Tools, some fantastic partners that are really kind of getting behind the cloud go-to-market mechanism and really starting to do business on the marketplace today. So the key question here, I guess, what is the cloud marketplace? And it's quite simple. I guess by publishing to the marketplace as an ISV, your solution can scale across all our digital storefronts. Our digital storefronts are those such as the Azure Marketplace and our AppSource Marketplace. You can surface your product in product experiences such as the Azure portal or Teams App Store and through our partner ecosystem. And it's a great way for you to leverage the Microsoft seller, field seller ecosystem as well. The marketplace is really that purpose-built platform to be the connector between you as a partner and customers, and is the foundational platform for ISVs to reach those global customers. Our goal really with this is to help your business in partnership with Microsoft and to connect you to those hundreds, if not thousands of customers that are working with Microsoft as well. So why? And the good news again is the marketplace itself is the most partner-focused business platform. You'll realize with a lot of our kind of Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program changes, the marketplace has become that really key engine and the way we measure performance of our partners going forward. But in simple terms, and I'll dive into some of these in a second, is it's a way you reach more customers globally, close bigger deals faster. You've got the opportunity for more custom deal making, scaling through our partner ecosystem. And for me, the most exciting bit is how our enterprises are unlocking pre-committed cloud budgets. So let's take the first one of them. And it's really around reaching more customers globally. But the marketplace gives you direct access to Microsoft customers via just a digital selling platform. So globally, we've got over 400,000 partners. I'm not advising you to work with 400,000 partners because that would be quite busy. But we've also got 35,000 Microsoft field sellers that all now have a quota to retire via the marketplace. And that's a really exciting way for them to get incentivized to work with you as a third-party ISV. You can also sell globally without complexity in over 141 different geographies, 17 different currencies, and you can actually have the taxation and VAT managed in over 50 of those countries as well. And again, with the increase in digital sales and B2B customers increasingly relying on digital self-service, customers are shopping and finding, trying, and then buying those solutions via the marketplace. Secondly, closing big deals faster. And by utilizing the marketplace, you can actually shorten your sales cycles by up to 45%. And I guess it's really cutting through and simplifying that kind of procurement red tape. Marketplace deals are also often larger in size, and that take place off the marketplace. And deal sizes have actually increased an average of 130% in annualized growth. Thirdly, and this is probably the biggest misconception that I speak when I speak to ISVs, is the idea of negotiating deals with private offers. Often people and partners understand the marketplace and they think it's going to be kind of a software vending machine, very much a fit for purpose, and you're buying a specific product. But it's actually now a tool to help them negotiate any type of deal. Solutions available on the marketplace offer an opportunity for the customer to work with you to create a custom deal. And actually improvements in our private offer mechanisms now empower you as an ISV to close private offers in actually up to 15 minutes. Scenarios for private offers include bespoke pricing, creating custom terms and conditions, and also give you the idea of prototyping or proof of concept before making a large commitment. As well as that then, and I think I said this earlier, this is probably the most exciting thing for me, and the reason that a lot of ISVs are getting on board is the idea of unlocking pre-committed cloud budget. And Microsoft is actually the only hyperscaler and cloud provider that allows our customers to have 100% decrement of their Azure commitments. That's just super exciting. And for you as an ISV, what that means in return is if any ISVs that have one of these large Microsoft Azure consumption commitment agreements, which are typically 2 to 3 year commitments and that are made on the Microsoft cloud, that spend can be decremented down on you as a third-party ISV, giving you access to hundreds and thousands of these large Azure commitments, but makes your sales cycle shorter, it makes the negotiation easier, and it gives you a step up against your competitors in the market. So hopefully that was a bit of a 5-10 minute whiz through of what the marketplace is. And I just want to kind of pivot and talk about our partnership program, which is known as ISV Success. So this was launched about 12 months ago to 18 months ago in private preview, but this is now our foundational pathway as part of the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. And it's really here to support you in 3 main ways. One is around building. And I've already mentioned that. How do we support you build, whether that be a migration, a modernization, and just how we can support you innovate with technologies like AI. Secondly, and critical to this call, is getting you published and transacted on the marketplace. And then thirdly is how we support you grow. And the marketplace is really that incentive engine where you earn cash rewards, joint go-to-market programs, and more. To get involved, you need to hit kind of 4 main requirements. You need to have an application development. You need to be B2B in focus. You need to have an intention to publish to the marketplace. And then hopefully most of you on the call already are. I know a lot of you are already part of ISV Success, but you do need to be part of the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. The good news is ISV Success comes with a really generous benefits package of up to $126,000. So that is split into 2 main areas. One is around building your product. So $125,000 worth of credits and licenses from Azure to $75,000 worth of Visual Studio, $5,000 worth of GitHub. And this is a fairly fluid package of benefits. So we're expecting some new additions to this in the future. And things like GitHub Copilot will also be coming to the package fairly soon. As well as that then, the enablement and skilling side of things. Again, you can get yourself skilled in Microsoft Cloud with some free certifications, technical advisory hours to have an architecture session or an architecture review. And again, just a great place to join a really exciting community. And we did reach the milestone of 1,000 ISVs that are now part of this program in the UK just a few weeks back. The good news, again, this is totally free for the first 12 months. And to me, a bit of a no-brainer to start working with Microsoft. As part of ISV Success as well, we also have what we call the Marketplace Rewards Program. And this is our key engine for you to kind of give back to you for doing business and being successful via the marketplace. It's a fairly simple program. The more you transact via the marketplace, the more you'll get from Microsoft, all the way from having a free social promotion through to having a webinar you can put on to our sales teams, all the way through to having guest blog articles authored by Microsoft execs and by yourself as an ISV. So again, great place for you to get some joint visibility, but go to market jointly with Microsoft. And then finally, and before I hand over to Juan, who's going to have the bulk of the session today, and just super excited to partner with Transact on this webinar, I think even more rewards and even more incentives in place for you to earn as an ISV. Firstly, the Marketplace Transact and Grow incentive is a great way for you to be rewarded for your first sales. And actually, you can actually earn $25,000 in cash, $20,000, in cash for transacting $25,000 of billed sales via the Azure Marketplace. And this is across 4 listings. So you can actually earn up to over $80,000 in cash back into your bank account for just doing business via the marketplace. So again, great incentives. And then finally, the ISV ACR growth incentive drives cash rewards for driving quarter-on-quarter growth of your Azure consumption. So you can actually earn a 15% rebate on this up to $350,000. So I'll pause there. Hopefully that's giving you a quick whistle-stop tour of what the marketplace is. It's giving you a bit of an introduction to what the ISV Success is as the partnership program, and also giving you an overview of the incentives available to you. If you want to get in contact with me, please reach out to me directly, alaric@microsoft.com. But also you can get signed up today to ISV Success at www.microsoft.com/ISV. So I'll pause there. Juan, I think over to you. And again, great to partner with Transact and super excited to hear what you're about.
Awesome. Thank you, Alaric. So next will be Rakesh. Rakesh is joining us from Proventeq. He will be sharing a bit of his story and company, and he will ignite us this success story in the marketplace. So I'm gonna spotlight here. Good.
Yeah,
hi, over to you.
Yeah. I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. But thanks for inviting us, and thanks Alaric and Juan. So we saw some of these slides that showed how exactly partners can benefit from this program, and we are one of those partners who really benefited from this. So my name is Rakesh Chincheri. I am the CTO and co-founder at Proventeq. So Proventeq is an organization that specializes in platform modernization. We are a Microsoft preferred partner in content AI, and we have been helping customers, mostly large customers and governments, in moving from legacy platforms like IBM FileNet or OpenText and all of those legacy platforms. We have products that we have built that will help them move the content, the workflows around it, the applications, to basically modernize and stay start using Microsoft 365 in its entirety. As part of this, we originally had products that were fully on-premises because most of our large customers preferred an on-premises option. But as the cloud adoption grew, we started seeing customers using the cloud more and more. So we built the solutions to work in the cloud, but what we were not really using was the marketplace as a channel to do this. So we were very much into the digital marketing, using our website as a main source of lead. And we had customers around the world. But over the last couple of years, we thought marketplace is definitely an area that we need to look into. And the solutions that we had was fit to go into something like a marketplace. So that's where we contacted Microsoft, and some of the programs that you saw, like the ISV Success and so on. These are very beneficial for ISVs to get into that whole three process of that build, go to market, and sell. So we started that journey with building the applications to make it ready for the cloud, and there we got a lot of help from Microsoft to look at the design, to do some of the vetting. So that was very beneficial, despite us having the right technical team to deliver it. So that level of guidance is there. But once the build is done, getting into marketplace is the next thing. How do you set up things? How do you promote it? So there's a lot of things that needs to be taken care of. And this is where Transact has helped us quite a lot in getting things in the right place and making us that IP co-sell eligible, which is the other important things to start using Mac. And Mac was the commitment that Alaric was talking of. So from our point of view, what we noticed is from the Azure Marketplace, it allowed us to tap into some of our larger enterprise customers to sell this and reduce the friction, because they don't have to onboard a new supplier. They already have an existing relationship with Microsoft, and that makes part of this journey easier to go and sell your solutions through Microsoft, because the billing, invoicing, everything is happening via Microsoft and not directly with the supplier. The other important thing was Mac. A lot of the large organizations tend to have that commitment, and they need to spend that commitment. And the moment you become IP co-sell eligible, it was quite a useful thing for us to get into that state and start using the Mac decrement in order to sell some of our solutions. So what we have been noticing is, although we started this journey relatively recently to compare to some of the other partners maybe, but the opportunity to use that Mac and the wider market that was available to marketplace means we are now able to increase our revenues quite a lot. So we are already projecting an up to $4 million revenue that's already in the pipeline based on using this. So overall, we had a wonderful experience being part of this entire program, working closely with Microsoft, working closely with Transact, who are able to help us navigate the various options that are there. And mind you, sometimes it might feel like there's a lot of things to be looked into, but then you have the right help at the right place to ensure the right success. Yeah. So with that, I would like to hand it over back to Juan.
Yes, Rakesh, thank you very much. Let me proceed to the next part. Good. Okay. Thanks, Alaric. Thanks, Rakesh, and thank you everyone who join us today, as well as watching on demand. My name is Juan José Castiblanques, and as you can hear, I'm Spanish. I'm actually from Valencia. Probably know Valencia. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at Transact. I used to be also, before being at Transact, Senior Program Manager at Microsoft Engineering, but that was long ago. So in the webinar today, we want to cover a couple of things regarding like how do we make business happen in the marketplace. But first, I'd like to bring this that was bringing something that caught my attention in LinkedIn last week. This is from Charlotte Giarconi. Is the President of Commerce and Ecosystems at Microsoft Azure Engineering. In short, she is the owner of the marketplace. So if we have a quick look on what she's saying, and I think it was like from 3-4 days ago, so I decided to change it and incorporate it to the presentation. So she says Microsoft Commercial Marketplace has delivered 587% return of investment. And this is coming from Forrester Consulting. So why are we here? Some of you because they want to be transactable, some because they want to, they come from the ISV Success Program, others from Founders Hub. But sometimes it feels like cash incentives, IP co-sell, Mac eligible, co-sell with Microsoft, MCA, landing page, ACR, CSP. And as my business partner likes to say, Juan, breathe. Sometimes we tend to forget why we are here in the Microsoft Marketplace. And the reason number one why we are here and you are listening or I'm pitching is because we want to make more money. And I know like you probably have a couple of questions and we will answer all of them at the end. But in short, everybody that has a software with every complex scenario you can imagine in this planet can be on Microsoft Marketplace. And I like to say this, like if you prove me wrong, I'll give you a year license of Transact. Then I'll deal with my CEO after and how do I make that happen without paying the rate. But I want to say that why are we on the Microsoft Marketplace is because we want to make money, because we want to save costs and we want to reduce risks. But if you think about that, it's not that different why we make choices in our business, right? Let's look a little bit deeper. We make money because we connect with enterprises easier, expand through resellers, or get free incentive. I mean, like 10K for a company that makes $200 billion like Microsoft, giving 10K away is nothing. It's pennies for us. We save costs because we don't need to invoice, collect payments, establish subsidiaries when going global or selling across channels. We reduce risks because we leverage Microsoft Trust, get paid in our own currency, comply with local regulations in each country we are present, and we forget about exchange rates. Microsoft deals with that. So yes, Microsoft takes 3%, but in my opinion, it's worth it. I see the benefits for me, for my business, and for my employees. I like to share a bit of the story. How did we go from 1 to 100 here in Transact? And it's really important for us to share this because I think you can benefit from it. So in March 23, not even a year ago, so actually in 17 days, we will do a year company. In March, Johan Asenek, my CEO and colleague, launched 2 applications and got 20K Microsoft incentives. In June 23, last year, we helped 30 companies to get 10K each. In July, Transact works. Microsoft supports us and the credibility is built. In September 23, our customers transact on the marketplace. November, our customers keep transacting and get incentives. Transact also gets, with the Transact and growth incentive of this year, 120K. In December, Transact becomes top-tier partnership. And in February this year, we reach 100 customers. We are going global. This is the story of how we went from 1 to 100. We made our first 10K, then we made our first 100K. And then so on and so forth. I mean, we're a bootstrap company. We could even say that Microsoft funded this company through incentives, if we think about that. So coming back to what Charlotte Giarconi said here, I'd like to share the comment I said to her. 70% of our customers sell on the Microsoft Marketplace. We took something complex, which is listing on the Microsoft Marketplace. We made it easy. But the goal of Transact was a bit more ambitious. We wanted to make people sell on the marketplace. Now we only sell there, and we do it all from home. We don't need a big financial or legal team either. We just use our software and the power of Microsoft Marketplace. So I'd like to explain, so everybody gets this, what is a transactable solution. So we tend to hear a lot about this word. Transactable just means Microsoft commercialize your solution on the marketplace. It has pricing, it has a get it now button, and everything outside of it is not transactable. For example, this is not a transactable solution. This is a contact me. So the first thing that we like to share out there is like, when you come to the marketplace, focus. Start simple. Implement marketplace to make your finance easier. Let Microsoft collect the payments, pay the taxes, and deal with these legalities. So you focus on your product. Focus then after, when you go to the second level and you have more time, creating new channels. Go out there, find resellers, explore ways of getting your software provisioned by others. Share the margin and expand globally. And then leverage enterprise budget. From cloud commitments, they sign with Microsoft, as Alaric mentioned, on a multi-year contract. Where do you think they're going to spend their money when they don't need more Azure or Office 365, but they still have a commitment to Microsoft? They're going to go indeed to the marketplace. So unfortunately, what we see, and we keep seeing it, and today, yes, we reached 100 customers, but we had so many that came to us to inform, and we learned from them that unfortunately, people tend to focus on the wrong things when coming to the marketplace. They end up engaging with their dev teams to list there. They rapidly discover this is not easy. Some people even come to me and tell me like, hey, I have a contact me. Is that transactable? And it's like, gosh, no, as I said before. So they even end up in between two tools, Partner Center for their custom integration. And I don't know, but like, to be honest, I give Partner Center today to my sellers and they walk away and they never sell anymore. My sellers have enough these days to deal with my CRM and actually like do the insights that I need to see everything. But Partner Center is a tool to manage partnerships, not to give to sellers to sell on the marketplace. Also, you will need to enable collaboration forever if you use that between your sellers and your engineers. Extract Excels for your CFO, and you probably will end up blaming Microsoft because everything looked difficult. But guess what? You dug your own grave because all of the above were not sales related. You even didn't start it. And you are already in this big distraction. So our approach is simple. We get you on the marketplace in 5 days. And again, please, a contact me is not transactable. I'm sorry. I wish it was, but it's not. You don't need a technical team. And we keep you product-led company, away from dependencies. Focus on selling, not on listing. And don't worry about Microsoft acronyms. Our criteria, my team will let you know when you need to know it and when it's needed. So now go and sell. This is what we say. Maybe you want to like, I'm not going to stop here, but this is the publishing process that we follow. I know like some people sometimes wants to see it. So like you can take a screenshot if you want, but I'm going to go like to the next slide, which is what we all are looking for. So the most important part of which Transact is we help you put in place and land your thoughts in a go-to-market strategy. So we help you launching a successful listing on the marketplace and start selling. And when you are doing that, when you are jumping on the marketplace channel without a go-to-market strategy, it's like navigating without a course. So first start learning and teaching yourself about the 3 ways of selling in the marketplace that we will talk in a minute. The second we go and is to help you identify the low-hanging fruits. This starts by looking at your pipeline of opportunities and see what we can deviate to the marketplace to facilitate closure, to cash out incentives. It can go from existing deals you have outside on the marketplace you want to bring inside to like leads that you have there. We provide even training with pre-built templates to make first sales, to grab Microsoft Spotlight, and helping you master effectively marketplace rewards towards creating a consistent rhythm of the business to create knowledge, because one day you will not be in charge of this, you will step up or you will leave. You have to build that knowledge. Do you know like the top sellers of the Microsoft Marketplace today incentivize their sellers to know more than Microsoft sellers about Microsoft Marketplace? This is something that it caught my attention from small to top enterprise or SMB sellers. So the 3 ways of selling through Marketplace that we like to teach always in our go-to-market piece. The first one is the web, is the actual marketplace. It's what we all understand as like the shop we see. The second way is through Microsoft. Microsoft has 15,000 sellers and is a big cross-sell engine. So through Microsoft is how to cross-sell with Microsoft Salesforce. It's perfect for enterprise. And then you have the third one, which is partner to partner. It's the biggest competitive advantage Microsoft has over AWS and Google in the Microsoft Marketplace, in the marketplace landscape. So yes, Marketplace is not only about direct billing to customers, as we can see number 1 and 2, but it's also direct billing to resellers, which is pretty much game changer. So the second thing you need to understand is the segments. You need to know where your audience is. So if you want to sell SMB only, you must go through resellers to tap into this revenue stream. If you want to sell enterprise, you then either go direct to them or you can invite Microsoft to the show. If you help Microsoft recognize their sellers, they will help you and recognize you in the sales operation. So at the end, everything is because Microsoft Marketplace is all about building partnerships. And that has to be the most important thing to learn today. So at Transact, we believe in partnerships big time and not building everything in-house. And that's why we partnered with 3 of the best to facilitate your sales in the marketplace. The first one is AG Insights, which is about finding where the money is, the data. The second is Make Marketing Magic, which is about optimizing your marketplace presence. It's about getting insights. And the third one is Reveal. It's about finding a business opportunity before we even get to talk about the product. So when you go to the marketplace, assess your online presence. Understand your online presence. That's step 1 of the journey. Without data, there can be guidance. Go and grab the money where it is. So we give you 20,000 highest spending Microsoft customers. So with a propensity to buy because they have a commitment with Microsoft. This works really well when you are doing international sales because you're able to operate with that. So here you can see a glimpse where you can filter, find the software companies per industry, sector, target those with a high propensity to buy because they have a MAC, one of the acronyms that we mentioned before, which is actually having a cloud commitment to Microsoft. Because at the end of the day, this is where the focus has to be when you are going enterprise. You want to go into this sales. The third is about building the reseller network seamlessly and programmatically. About profiling partners in minutes and not in months. Matching with those that have opportunities now. And speak with the connections with a business in mind before we even pitch about your product or training the reseller on your solution with a business first mindset. An example of this is here you can see partner reseller X. You can see we Transact and we can see 12 companies. These 12 companies are my prospects and the prospects of my team. But then we see in Partner X, these customers are 7 years, 1 year, 2 years, they're customers. So let's say I profile company 1, 2, 6, and 10, which are good candidates to purchase with Transact through the marketplace. I just called partner reseller X and said, hey, I see 4 customers you have who could buy my solution now. What about I give you 20% of the deal if you introduce them to me? Or what about I give you 30 and you do it yourself? And what about if we make it recurrent business while they keep the subscription with us? Did I talk about my product yet? No. I talk about business first. Product will follow after. And this time the partner reseller X will chase me about knowing very well my product to sell through an existing trust relationship that you already have. So we switch a bit of the motivation roles. Now they are motivated to resell our solution. This is fantastic for resellers. But then what about customers? So as we Transact, our customers are able to interact between them. So here's another example. Instead of a reseller, it is a customer in the Transact network. 2 customers who connected between our partners. Let's say myself and Factorial. Factorial is a unicorn in Spain. Has 33 customers that are my prospects, as you can see here. So there is an account overlapping as well. I can email them and say, what about giving you £500 referral, and you shoot an email intro to them. I mean, like the reply will be like, well, why not, right? I mean, like my CFO will be happy to get the free cash just to shoot a trust email. Factorial trust with Transact trust Factorial, the customers of Factorial trust Factorial. If not, they will not introduce me. And then there we go. Email can be like, we can send them a template. We can build it with Copilot these days. So go and find opportunities where they are. Don't wait until they come. The marketplace is not a place to wait, because then you will miss on the opportunities. So again, remember, Microsoft Marketplace is all about partnerships. I will say get them started today. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, there is a lot of questions. Great. Understand the bit. Okay, we're gonna read the first one. Just a second. This one I think is for you, Alaric. I would like to understand more generally about like gonna publish. Just a second. Or is published already? So
yes.
Colette,
Yeah, I think I've probably answered that. So I guess I think just two things there, right? So one is just obviously make sure you're enrolled in activating all your benefits, incentives, and all the good stuff that's part of ISV success. Particularly, I would say Marketplace Rewards is the best kind of rewards engine there around press releases, visibility, and I guess getting you in front of our sales teams. I think, Colette, just to answer your the second point, then is just make sure that you're working towards getting Azure IP co-sell incentivized, right? That's when we can start putting you and connecting you with our sales teams. Until you get to that point, that's quite challenging because our sales teams aren't incentivized to do so. But Colette, please reach out directly if you want me to kind of discuss with you in more detail.
So Colette is asking, how do we boost as well our position with our offers on the marketplace to get them higher on the listings?
So again, I'd say, sorry to sound like a broken record, but I would say activate your kind of marketplace listing optimization as part of your marketplace rewards. But again, it's really, I would say the marketplace today is not a discovery engine. It's a way that you can close business via through the marketplace. So it's really how you can think about putting that marketplace into your current sales cycle and landing that as a way that for you to close and transact business with your end customers.
And then I can take the other one from Hugo Esperanza. So I'm going to read it aloud. We just released a new SaaS application that would like to publish in the Azure Marketplace. With our application, the customer receives an initial free trial period of 2 weeks, and we start charging after that if they decide to move forward. Looking at your marketplace, it looks like you can only offer 1 month free trial. Are there any plans to make this more flexible, allowing the configuration numbers of days of trials? So Hugo, the answer is no, it's a month. Microsoft gives by default a month or nothing. Alternatively, what you can do is like when you onboard, when a customer purchases, you can create a plan at €0 and say free trial for 2 weeks. You can create a pricing plan like that, and you can give the free trial in your own way by actually like making it possible and giving access when you get the purchase on that. So for example, we have like a pricing plan that says book a demo at €0. It's a way for us to generate a lead. Or you can be a way to do your own 2 weeks trial instead of using the default version of 1 month that Microsoft has. And there is another one from, okay, there are more questions. There is one from Valeria. Can you please articulate why would ISVs incentivize their sellers to sell via the marketplace? Well, in short, because you can tap into other revenue streams, Valeria. So this is important to understand that today, when you are trying to sell enterprise, you might find some hurdles there and you are not able to do it because either you cannot access budget. So typically like big corporations, when they negotiate budget spends, they speak about the big brands. which is the budget for Microsoft, AWS, Google, whatever. And then they leave a little budget named third party. And unfortunately, we are very little that we fall into that budget. So when you are actually like selling on the Microsoft Marketplace, you are able to tap into Microsoft budget, not only the third party. So in order to sell there, you really need to have your sellers be proficient on Mac eligibility, IP co-sell, top-tier partnership, ACR, all of these acronyms at the beginning that sometimes we need a bit of head space with them. So you need to help them learn that. And the best way, what we see in big software companies, but also small ones that are acting really smart on the landscape, is by actually incentivizing them to do that. So for example, ourselves, we release a bonus to all of them that are able to pass an exam regarding Mac eligibility, IP co-sell, or these things, being able to explain this and commit through a test. So this is an example of how you can actually do it. You can also incentivize by providing accelerators as well. So if they are able to articulate conversations with customers that have Microsoft budget, you help them to even like achieve that by incentivizing that. Because if not, they might not end up doing it or learning it, and they go for the easy sales, but not for the ones that have the biggest money, which is the enterprise ones, for example. What is the pricing of a Transact? So you have it in the it's a fixed price, and you have it in the website. It's public, and you also have it on the marketplace in your own currency. Is there anything for business applications? Yes, you have like for business applications as well, and some of them can be transactable, some not. Ian, like you can email us, you can email me at the end or send an email here, and I can redirect to you like some links from Microsoft Learn, where it's explaining the different BSAPs applications you have. Some of them, for example, if you want to operate via private offer, uploading like your own custom terms and conditions you negotiate, or EULA you negotiate per customer, you might need to bring them as a SaaS solution into the Azure Marketplace, which is what many companies does. Some of them, like depending on the type of business application you are doing, like you will be able to bring it to AppSource. Just to clarify, when you say business apps, I understand like the category of Microsoft business applications. So if you mean about any business application can be in the Microsoft Marketplace. If you mean about Dynamics, for example, or Microsoft Business Apps, then you have like the two stores. And depends, you have to select one of the other. This is a very specific question, but a really good one. And then, so interested in looking for the potential development partners that are in the marketplace. Where can I see a list of the partners? So you can go directly and search into like AppSource or the Azure Marketplace. You will find that in AppSource, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to find a list of partners. There is also like a possibility to actually go and search it as well through like there is a special website of Microsoft to do it. I don't now remember the name, but you will be able to see all the partners there. What I recommend to you if you are trying to reach partner resellers is like you profile first your ideal partner persona, and then you go from there, because not all the partners are going to be suited or relevant for you, and you don't want to waste the time there. I see Alaric send the link. Thank you, Alaric.
Yeah, just to say, I mean, just to reiterate, AppSource is probably the #1 place I would head to find a comprehensive list of development partners. When you visit the AppSource storefront, there should be some buttons at the top of the screen that says partners. That will drop down into a bigger list of the type of partners you're looking for, and there will be a functionality there then for you to get in contact with them directly. Yep.
Good. We are transactable, but I'm unsure about the next steps. Who should I talk to next? Well, you can talk to Alaric. You can talk to me. I mean, like asking won't harm, Nicole. So like, I think first will be to assess a bit of your business and understand where you want to go, at least of any process in the consultative sales we do, but also like in the consultative sales Microsoft does. And then after that, we take it from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the pricing model for which Transact, Stephen, is a fixed rate, and you have it in on the website. We don't take any commission per sales you do on the marketplace or anything. It's a fixed rate, and the tool is made to be self-service. The first year you have an onboarding, so that's why there is a setup fee that is charged one time. But then after that is self-serve, so it's a tool. It's easy to use. You'll see it. And then, we have an app on the marketplace, and we have a templated Transact app published, but the two are not connected. How do we connect them? Mark, for that, I'll need to understand a bit further. What do you mean by a templated Transact app? I don't know if you mean an Azure managed application, or you mean actually like a Teams app, or like something from Business Central. I don't know. So like, feel free to email me, and I'll try to take your query from there. Yeah. Can be many things named templated Transact app publish, and not being connected. I don't know if you maybe mean Teams apps or Office 365 applications connected with a SaaS app. We are transactable on the marketplace. How can we push our product for more leads via marketplace? How can we push? Let me understand this. How can we push our product for more leads via marketplace? Well, it's basically part of what we shared before. So you can start to do your web campaigns. You can start to like create yourself leads. You can start to incorporate that into like the sales conversation with your sellers. As I put in the slide that was talking about like the go-to-market, training your sales force is something you should do. You need to first absorb the knowledge yourself, owning it end to end, and then you share it with the people at your team. You can start with 1 or 2 employees, depending on your size, or you can actually like build a little virtual team to do that. But you need to start first understanding the marketplace and what are the parts that you need to focus based on like your ideal customer persona and the business you are targeting as a customers. And then from that, you like you iterate. So an example that I will say, practical example, actionable example, is like go and like do an online presence assessment, as we said. Try to understand where you are, where is your competition, what is your competition doing as well, and then start to like incorporate, not only do like web campaigns to attract leads to the marketplace, but also yourself manually in the sales conversation, incorporating as a value proposition. For example, when you are selling to a customer, a simple qualification question you can ask: are you a Microsoft customer? I'm in the Microsoft Marketplace. Would you like we close the transaction through there? We make it very easy. We can teach you how to actually purchase our solution. We don't need paperwork. We don't need DocuSign or Stripe. Everything goes through there, and you will only have one invoice, the Microsoft invoice with all your services and our service. There are multiple ways to do. That's just a glimpse. Are Microsoft doing anything? This might be for you, Alaric. Amber is asking, are Microsoft doing anything to further incentivize customers to transact on the marketplace? I know Max are an incentive for enterprise customers, but I'm seeing a huge chunk of SMC customers that haven't ever transacted on marketplace, and I'm curious to understand if Microsoft are incentivizing them to do so.
So Amber, I guess it's less about incentivizing. I think here it's really about enabling and upskilling our customers to understand the value of marketplace, and Microsoft is doing tons and tons of that right now. So that's across enterprise and our SMC type customers. But bear with us, that's a long journey to take our customers on around marketplace as the platform to buy software. That resonates a little bit more in the enterprise segment with Max, but SMC around the simplified billing processes and the simplified invoicing. We will get there, but a very valid question, and stuff may be landing into our next financial year around June time. Yeah, but bear with us.
Awesome. And then Stephen Lucas asks, can you support Azure virtual machine listings? We support Azure managed applications. You need to have like the ARM template, but the rest, the transactability of your solution on the marketplace, it's operated via WeTransact and built per product. I don't know if you meant that. And what is your email, Alaric? Okay.
I've replied.
And then, yes. Yes, Teams app. Mark, yes. So coming back to the question of Mark, because it's very interesting. So I have an app on the marketplace and we have a templated Transact app published. So my understanding, assuming, is a Teams application. So the Teams applications are not commercial, are not being, yes, are transactable, but they are not like commercially transactable, let's say. So you need a SaaS application that is linked with the Teams application. I'll drop you an example very quick of how a partner did it, and you can see it as well. You do that directly in Partner Center. If you do it with us, we do it on your behalf, but it's something like this. Let me share the screen. Let's share the screen or the link to you. I'm gonna send it in the comment that you sent. So in this link, and this is what you meant. Okay, good, Mark. So in the link I just sent you, you can see LMS 365. They have a SaaS application, and then they have like a Teams add-on, like that is linked together. So people can download your Teams in their Teams platform, or they can come here to AppSource, which is one of the storefronts of the Microsoft Marketplace. And then they can click download it, but then the moment they want to pay, the moment they want to commercialize with LMS 365, then they click on the SaaS part. The SaaS is a category, and they click get it now, and then they move into the purchase process. And Nicole, SMC, I don't understand like what you meant in that question. Small and medium and corporate business is what SMC is, the acronym in Microsoft, if they didn't change it. That will be it. Any other questions? Okay, I think we can.
I think we're good.
Yes, I think we can close the webinar. So thanks everybody for joining us today. Alaric, thank you for jumping here as well, and thanks Rakesh for joining, and everybody, Julia for organizing as always our marketing, and thanks. I'll see you in the second edition, I'm sure.
Thanks everyone. Appreciate you joining.
Thanks everyone. Thank you. Bye.